yard or two shy of the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. From the left side, complete. That's Hampton. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! Lad McConkey with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, LA! Lad McConkey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
At the Chargers' 43-yard line.
Two yards to go, second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They'll check this one down to Hampton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second and a couple.
Hey, go lock. Hey, 5-9. Go.
Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Herbert. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keandre Lambert Smith, a 15-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Hold on a sec. Don't go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And taken down just shy of the 40.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. To throw, here's Nix. Look at this, tight end on the corner, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Now a 2nd and 2. Brian has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Jenkins. Then he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's Nix. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hold on, set. Captain. Hold on. Ready. Chill. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
To throw is Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims from 3 yards out. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Chargers 35, Broncos 17.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
At the 49-yard line.
Steelers, Delta, hut. 12, 12.
On first down, it's Hampton. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5.
Kappa. 380, 59, 50, 380, 3 out.
Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hampton. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Here's 3rd down and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
5-9, 5-9.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles and make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
At the 17-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
380.
A run once more with Hampton. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready, run!
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead.
Broncos 17.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown from 3 yards out. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
21.
Now it's Herbert.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly the first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Captain. Hey, go.
Nix to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Now inside the 25.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we decided right on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Nix to the air.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Throwing Nix.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
2nd down and 6 now.
2nd down 6 at the 38-yard line.
Back to the air with Nix.
Complete to Bryant. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Broncos.
Back to throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Broncos 31.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by... Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Bombers. Captain. Joe.
Nix from the shotgun.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense